talk about the unknown one. So when it is unknown, you have to come up with all the options. In this one option is missing. So this can be this can be this, and if it is not indicated that whether it is normal or affected in the question, you need to take the option of this as well. Okay, in the PPT it's just given this and this. But because in many genetic disorder are due to, although some genetic are due to coterminous, yeah. So if it is unknown, all three possible options you have to take as gamete, and these gamete you have to put here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this one it's only 4 shown. So with all this you can still figure out the percentage chances. All right, 2 more column you should make. One is with HBS and HBS. Okay, all right. Any question, doubt, Tunmin? Okay. Andrew, Rishi, Kai?
Yes. Which part of the worksheet is that?
Okay, this is not there. Unknown one is not there. But I do remember this question has come in one of the MCQ question of IB. So if it comes in MCQ question of IB and they ask you the percentage chance, you have to find out the percentage chance. Okay. Anyway, I'll give you IB questions. One day MCQ of genetics monohybrid. When should we do? Next week, Friday? Thanks for agreeing. Next week, Friday. All right. Okay. Huntington disease, is it dominant or recessive? Anna, what do you think?
It's recessive.
Look here. Laptop 45.
Oh, I'm looking at the same slide.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
dominant or recessive? Hannah, she said dominant.
No, wait.
You said dominant?
I don't know. I think
Okay.
It's dominant. I don't know anymore.
Hannah, why? Is it dominant or recessive?
There's a 50-50 chance.
Aarti moved the slide and see, nah, stupid. Just move one slide and give the answer. Get rid of this. Very nicely she. Okay, so this is a dominant disease. Why is it a dominant disease and how we identify? Because for recessive we need to have both alleles to be affected. So if you remember, if I have any recessive trait, for example, we talk about green, small y, it must have both things on, both alleles required to be a phenotype. But here we see it is affected on only, it is present on one allele. Because it is present only on one allele and still it is affected, it means it is a dominant trait, right? Whether it is autosomal or sex-linked. So you see all the fun go away if you see the slide. What is the point, right? Natalie? Is it dominant or, sex-linked or autosomal? You don't need to look at the slide. Look here. Is it autosomal or sex-linked? Autosomal. How do you know that? Because it is given in the question that it is present on chromosome number 4. And chromosome number 4, and it is human. This is in human. So we know that the 46 chromosome and the 23rd pair is sex chromosome. And if it is present on chromosome number 4, it is autosomal. Right? Now let's make the Punnett square. Normal affected. This is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. Now this is also 50%, but this time the 50% is affected due to dominant. And these 50% are normal. Okay? Now let's move on to a little more complicated. The question will be asked like whether it is recessive or dominant, or it is sex linked or autosomal. So in sex linked, you need to understand that it will be you have to donate it by X and Y. Two common disease which is in your XX and XY. Two common disease which is in your syllabus is color blindness and hemophilia. So color blindness, we donate like capital C, or capital C, small c, or small c.
Yeah.
Okay, right? In male, it is only two option. Is even capital C and Y or a small c and Y. Why there is only two option? Because the gene which is responsible for color blindness is present only on the non-homologous portion of X chromosome. It is present only on X chromosome first, and that where it is present is non-homologous. So as we know the structure of X and Y chromosome is smaller than X chromosome, and this portion which is non-homologous, few genetic disorders are present here. And when there are few genetic disorders are present, they don't need another allele. So if that allele is recessive, it will be phenotypically expressed without the restriction of having another allele to be expressed as a phenotype. So when we say it's a recessive trait, and how it is expressed only when there are two alleles of recessive trait. But this restriction is not there when there is a gene is present on X chromosome and on the non-homologous part of X chromosome. So this is the disadvantage for male. How it is a disadvantage for male? This is the advantage. First the question should come, is it the advantage or disadvantage? So the answer is disadvantage. How it is a disadvantage? Move slide here and there. Give answer. How is it a disadvantage? Joy? Or try to move your neurons here and there and give the answer. Logical. This is a disadvantage of male. Why? I did not hear any single word from you. I tried my best, but I am guessing it's Andrew's answer should be correct. Okay, so whatever Andrew said, yes, he's right. Let's move on. So for X chromosome, if there is only one small recessive allele present, and if this allele is present on a female, the female still have 50% chance to have the capital C and no disease, no phenotype. But if this small c is present on a male, the male is gone. There is no option for it to have the dominant. You understand? Alright, so this is the advantage for female because it is homologous, and if there is a capital C present in a male, in the father, the girl child have 50% chances to get that capital C and be saved from the disease. But if it is a boy, then the boy is anyway going to get the Y chromosome from father, and Y chromosome don't have the allele. The section of gene is missing on the Y chromosome, so the boy will be 100% affected if mother has given the small c. Okay, we will practice the pedigree chart for this one. So color blindness, what number is this? I cannot, means you can see? 5, right? There was a good debate last class. No ma'am, it's not 5. I said no, it's 5. They said no, it's not 5. I said it's 5. Huh? So we agree that there's a problem with the projector. Okay, it's 5 for me, it's 2 for you, and there's a problem with the projector.
If apparently you see 2, that means you're like colorblind.
How about this one?
That
The same thing.
No, it's not same.
It's a projection.
no, it is the projection,
It's the same.
but it's the same. It's just a projection, but it's 5.
Oh yeah, it's 5. Oops.
It's
So,
just, the color just
so how about those who see 8? All right. Anyway, so unfortunately, I'm the carrier for color blindness, and I didn't know until my boys were detected with color blindness.
I see a
Both
5.
of them are color blind.
I see a 5.
You see a 5, I also see a 5 because I'm normal.
with like red, green.
Do you know that my
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know my you know my orchestra conductor
Red green color blindness.
you know my orchestra conductor Mr. Lin, he's actually red green color blind.
Yeah.
He told me once, and he said that he can only
But it's like range. It's again mild, very less. So it's a range. So it's not a big thing, but yes, there's some restriction in some professions. And these students in primary, they get detected, and these students are given a separate card to identify the color with their investigation. Because this could be a problem for investigation. You are perceiving it green, and I'm saying no, it is red.
but do you know that in Turkey and Romania it's illegal to have a driving license if you are colorblind.
Is it?
But in some countries like Japan, they actually design the traffic lights so that
Yeah, for
colorblind
those people.
drivers can still
See.
recognize
Yeah.
red, green, and
Okay, so let's try to identify how to put that sex linkage or sex linked. So this is the way you should be giving. Can you see? Too bright. This is the way you should put for female XX. This is dominant, this is recessive, this is dominant, Y normal. So if I have to put the gametes, again one side mother, one side father, and for color blindness we generally use C, but if you have given this kind of key, it's fine because a small c is sometimes difficult to identify from capital, so it's you can give in any way. So this is a normal female child, this is a normal male child, this is a carrier female child but no color blindness, and this is a color blind boy. So you can see there was 50% chances of girl child and 50% chances of boy. All 50% girls are normal in vision, though she is 25% carrier, but they are normal in vision, but 25 definitely color blind. 25% boys will definitely be colorblind. So that is, here comes the disadvantage, that because they don't have the gene present here which can be a dominant allele, they will be definitely colorblind. Okay? What ratio would we expect in a cross between a colorblind male and a homozygous normal female? So if it is a colorblind male, we are crossing with homozygous normal female. Oh, this is colorblind. This is small n. So what will be the ratio? Ratio we expect. So this is N, capital N. There's 100% safe. No one will be colorblind. 0% colorblind case. Females will be carrier, but the male, because the boy gets colorblind allele from mother only. If the mother is normal, then the boys are safe. And if the father is colorblind, the girl child can only be a carrier if mother is not colorblind. Okay? How about a normal male and a colorblind female? So normal male, capital NY, and a colorblind female is small n, small n. So boys, 100% gone. 100% boys colorblind, but female 25% carrier, no, female both are carrier because they get one. Both females are normal but carrier. Both males means 50%. All males are colorblind. Okay, Hannah? Can? Same thing it goes with hemophilia. Hemophilia is the disease where the clotting of blood won't happen. The factor, do you remember? We studied which factor is required? Blood clotting, the steps of blood clotting. How the blood clot? Huh? There is a factor which is a protein required to change prothrombin to thrombin, fibrinogen to fibrin, and those fibrin forms the mesh which helps in the formation of blood clot. So these people do not have the clotting factor. If they don't have the clotting factor, the blood will not clot, and this is again recessive X-linked mutation. It is only present on X gene, and same thing like color blindness. Now look at the pedigree and tell me the genotype of Leopold. Genotype of Leopold. Who wants to tell? Leopold is male, so X and Y. And because Leopold is affected with hemophilia, small h. Right? Alice. Alice is a female. Alice is a daughter of Leopold and Helen. Leopold is affected, so definitely Alice is having one small h. But Helen is not affected. But we do not know whether Helen is carrier or not. Can we get any idea that Helen is carrier or not? No. So both options are possible for Alice. Both option, yeah. But looking at it's not shaded, we'll go with this one. Okay, if it is small h, it would be shaded, right? Now Bob was killed in a tragic cricket accident before his. Okay, Bob is here. In the center of Bob, the question mark is there. It means it can be shaded. We do not know. So how about Bob's genotype? Bob is a boy. So I wrote X and Y. Bob's father is not affected, and Bob's mother is a carrier. She is a carrier, so both possibilities are possible. How I reach to the conclusion? If it is this or this, I cannot reach unless I have the next generation phenotype available. If they would have given the offsprings of Bob, we could have identified whether Bob is hetero, whether Bob is a dominant or recessive allele holder. Right? How about Brittany? Brittany is normal. Brittany is a girl. And it does not, Brittany can be this or this. Again, I cannot identify why, because Brittany's offsprings are not given. But because this is not given, we can go with this one. I'm not sure. Yeah. So unless the offsprings are given, we can leave it here. But if I draw this here, and then I draw one extra here, no, with female. Okay, forget. So with females, if I draw some here, then I can identify. Okay, so it can be identified only with the offspring. How about this one? Pedigree chart. Now here comes the question for higher level. Is it a dominant trait or a recessive, or is it a autosomal or sex-linked? Is it too much to absorb?
A little bit.
Okay, we do this one and then that's all. Anyway, after that you have this something which you have to do by yourself. Okay, is it a dominant or recessive? Just one click and you can answer all.
No, dominant.
Hmm? Dominant? Okay, how you identify it as a dominant trait?
Because when A and B both are affected, C, E, and G, their offspring are all affected. Sorry.
C, D is not affected.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see D.
Okay. E is affected and G is affected and F is not affected. So if I think, okay, let's look at the small one. These three, all three are not affected. This one, both normal, but this one having definitely one trait coming from the parents. Okay?
No, but
Huh?
it will affect JKL.
Is it because if it's recessive, it's all small? Then if it's all small letter, then all the
If it's dominant, JKL, one of them.
So look at the second generation. Joy is right. What Joy is saying, if it is a small letter and I am saying this is small t, small t, small t, if it is a recessive trait, this all has to be small t because we don't have capital T. If all is small t, this is not possible. So this is a dominant trait. Now whether it's a autosomal or sex linked. It is autosomal. How you identify it is a autosomal? Now for that you have to look at the mother. You look at the mother, this mother is affected, but this boy is not affected. So if the mother is affected, definitely both side, okay, this is wrong. This is supposed to be X, Y and XX. We should denote it. Now if this mother is affected, it means she is having both recessive. We just identify it is a dominant trait. Okay. So if it is a dominant, if recessive, then this way is correct. If it is not recessive, dominant. So mother can be capital H, she can be capital H, small h as well. If she is a small h, the boy can be normal. So this way we cannot identify. All right. Father is affected. If it is dominant, father is definitely having this and this. If father is affected and it is sex linked, then this daughter should be affected. But this daughter is not affected, it means it is autosomal. So there are multiple ways. You understand? So you can identify it's a dominant because of these two. And it is autosomal because the daughter is not affected. So daughter is getting the X from father and father is affected. So if it is not sex linked, if it is sex linked, she should be affected. Are we good? All right. That's all. Past year questions we will practice later. You can practice all questions until 20.